Well, regarding Masasas himself, I actually have a question. So, this idea came from me once meeting a kid named Ryu Kintaro Taro. Okay, he asked me, what would you do if Coco swapped with me? I told Ryu, he's running something like a herbal medicine shop. I said this herbal medicine shop will go bankrupt in 35 years, I think. Oh, okay. So instead of buying that, you'd be better off buying shares in, for example, Bank BCA. So you use all your endorsements to invest? Well, why not, Masata? Maybe from all the results of the placement, namely the media, this business is just not invested in... Masata, there are many. There are closed that have closed now. Then I also made FMB, if I'm not mistaken. I invested. So if people ask me, I invest, I'm one of the what's the name of the investor? Who likes to be quiet. So there are many things that I invest in, but people don't know. Well, the question is that people will see. Like YouTube, I upload at most twice or 3 times a month, Mas. Have you focused on other things? Because I have many other focuses. Well, maybe this question, Mas. You try to tell that gold investors, gold is also a good investment. Or maybe I changed the question. How is Mazada now? In the past, I never tried all those businesses before, but all the placements were just thrown at gold, which is more like... Because if I were Masad, I would be like that. Because in my opinion, my business is an AHA in this production. I don't want to touch anything else. Okay, I'd rather just invest all the money. That's what I advised Ryu. You should just endorse, focus your money on investing. But sometimes as men, we want to try something. Yeah. What is it? We want to try, bro. Okay. There are things that we sometimes don't think have to be profitable. There are examples like Ebola. If I hadn't put it in gold, it might have gone up 300% or 400% by now. But with Bola, the return has to be in the billions, even tens to hundreds. If people have invested in Bola, they've seen a lot of stories. For me, maybe investing in the right place is even better. But sometimes there are things we invest in for fun. Okay, I have some too. There are some. So I always divide it up, bro. So I always divide it into 3. One is an investment, which I think should be a safe investment. Other is a somewhat risky investment, but if it's profitable, it can be big. If not, there are losses. And 30%, not 30%, the other part is for afterlife investment. So I always divide it into 3. It's always divided into 3. Well, I've always prepared for this safe investment. So this is a safe investment. One of them is gold. Maybe there are stocks, what Matt mentioned earlier, deposits or whatever. Well, if it's a bit risky, for example, I invest in films. For example, I invest in PH. I invest in e-animation. I invest in AI too. I also invest in AI too. Then I invest in even people might not know the brand. I also participated in investing in several media and others which I tried. Okay, this media will go up. It turns out the valuation has gone up. I invested in an entertainment company and a talent agency. I think that's why I said it would be good if there were people like Mastamoti who could convey about investment. Because actually that's something I don't really convey to people. Okay. Why didn't I convey it to people? Because I think I didn't have a degree in economics or finance. I was afraid I would mislead people. Okay. But what I do now is I don't have to depend on YouTube at all. Maybe I've been living this life for 3 or 4 years without relying on YouTube. Okay. And you can see maybe on my YouTube, I rarely upload anything. In fact, now I'm more often on Meat Talk Podcasts, where I don't think about the views, whether it's good or not.